사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Quick Korean. Today we will be studying this section, 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. Take a right at the intersection. Now the topic of today's lesson is transportation. We will learn vocabulary related to directions and the grammar points 에서, 까지, and 으로. After studying this lesson, you will be able to ask for and give directions in Korean. Lastly, in the culture section, we will explore the subway in Korea. Well then, let's get started. So, were you able to understand the conversation? Where was the gentleman asking directions for? Right, he was asking directions for the department store. How did Junsu respond? Well, before taking a closer look at the conversation, let's first look at the vocabulary and grammar that come out in the dialogue.
여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요?
다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요.
사거리에서 멀어요?
아니요. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요.
So, were you able to understand the conversation? Where was the gentleman asking directions for? Right, he was asking directions for the department store. How did Junsu respond? Well, before taking a closer look at the conversation, let's first look at the vocabulary and grammar that come out in the dialogue. First is the vocabulary section for this lesson. Now our first word here is 여기. Please read along and repeat after me. 여기. 여기. Now 여기 just means here. It refers to a place that is close to the speaker. So as you can see in the picture here, this person is pointing to a location that is very close to him. Now let's go ahead and say the word together one more time. 여기. Now our next word here is 사거리. Now please read along and repeat after me. 사거리. 사거리. Now if you look at the picture here, we have an intersection and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 roads coming out of it. So we have a four-way intersection. In Korean, we would call this a 사거리. Now let's go ahead and say the word together one more time. 사거리. Now our next word here is 오른쪽. Please read along and repeat after me. 오른쪽. 오른쪽. Now if you look at this picture here, we have an arrow, and which way is it pointing? You can see that it's pointing to the right, or in Korean, we would say 오른쪽. Now this arrow is telling us to go right. Now let's go ahead and say the word together one more time. 오른쪽. Now our next word here is 왼쪽. Please read along and repeat after me. 왼쪽. 왼쪽. Now this time, which direction is the arrow pointing? As you can see, it's pointing to the left. And as you can probably guess, in Korean, that would be 왼쪽. And you could see that the arrow is directing us to go left. Now, let's go ahead and say the word together one more time. 왼쪽. Now, our next word here is 멀다. Please read along and repeat after me. 멀다. 멀다. Now, in the picture here, we have a person, and he's looking over, and this is his house right here. So, where is the house located? Right, it looks like it's pretty far. In Korean, we can say that the house is far by saying 집이 멀어요. Now, let's go ahead and say the word together one more time. 멀다. Now, let's review the words that we just learned in this section. Now, this is a word that refers to a place that is close to the speaker. What is that word? Correct. It is 여기, or meaning here. Now, in this drawing, this is where 1, 2, 3, 4 roads meet. So, what do we call this type of intersection? Right, it is called a 사거리, or four-way intersection. Now, this is a direction, and you can see which way is it pointing? Right, it's pointing to the right, or 오른쪽. Now, we have an arrow again. This time, which direction is the arrow pointing? Looks like it's pointing to the left, and in Korean, that would be 왼쪽. Now here, where is the house located in relation to the person? Right, it is far, so we'd say 멀다. Now we can say in Korean, 집이 멀어요. Excellent.
여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요?
다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요.
사거리에서 멀어요?
아니요. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요.
Now, let's take a closer look at today's dialogue. In today's dialogue, a man is heading to the department store and asks Chunsu for some directions. So, how do you suppose he would get to the department store? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at their conversation. First, he asks Chunsu a question. 여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요? So, where is he going? His starting point is 여기, as in here, where they are right now. And where is he going to? He's going to the department store, the CUK 백화점, as you can see here. So, he combines it together and asks, 여기, the starting point, and uses this 에서 CUK 백화점까지, so this would be the destination. And here he asks, 어떻게 가요? Or how do I go there? So how does 준수 respond? He responds by saying, 다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. So, as you recall, this 사거리 here is this four-way intersection like this. And he says, from there, what does he say? 오른쪽으로 가세요. So he uses this 오른쪽. Remember, if you recall, 오른쪽 means right. So he's telling him to go to the right at the next four-way intersection. Now, the person also has another question. He asks, 사거리에서 멀어요? Or, is it far from the intersection? So, 준수 responds by saying, 아니요. No, it isn't. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요. So, by walking, it only takes about 3 minutes. So, what do you think? Do you think this man will be able to find the department store? Well, I think so. It looks like Chunsu gave him some pretty good directions. Great. So, let's go ahead now and take a look at the grammar points for this section. Our first grammar point here is 에서까지. Now, this 에서 and 까지 is used to indicate some starting point and some ending point. So, in English, you can kind of think of this 에서 as kind of from, and then you can think of this 까지 as to. So, here in particular, we're talking about movement. So, a starting point and an ending point. So, where you're starting from and where you're going to. So, let's go ahead and take a look at an example here. Our first example, as you recall, is what the man asks to Junsu. He says, 여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요? So the question in particular is 어떻게 가요? Or how do you go? So now, where is the starting point? Well, the starting point is 여기, here, or where the two of them are talking. Now, where is his point of destination? Where is he heading? Right, he's going to the CUK 백화점. So since 여기 is the starting point, we attach this 에서 right here. And since the destination or ending point is the department store, we add this 까지 and get this sentence as you see right here. Now, let's go ahead and read through it together. Please repeat after me. 여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요? Great. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Our next example here is 서울에서 제주도까지 얼마나 걸려요? So you can see here, again, the question part here is 얼마나 걸려요? Or how long does it take? Now, where is our starting point? Our starting point is 서울. And where is our destination? The destination is 제주도. So, because Seoul is our starting point, we add this 에서 because we're going from Seoul. And where are we going to? Well, our destination is 제주도. So we add this 까지, indicating that we're going to 제주도. And combine it all together and get the sentence as you see right here. Now, let's go ahead and read through it together. Please repeat after me. 서울에서 제주도까지 얼마나 걸려요? Excellent. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this grammar point in a little more detail. Now, this 에서, as you recall, and 까지 are used with nouns that refer to places. So you can see here, 에서, the word in front of 에서 indicates our starting point. So, for example, here we have words like 여기 and 서울. So we combine it to get, in the first case, 여기에서. So we get this 여기에서, as you can see up here. And with the case of 서울, it's combined with 에서 to get 서울에서. Now again, here, with points of destination, such as 백화점 and 제주도, we combine it with 까지. So in the first case here, we get 백화점까지 and get 백화점까지. In the second case, we have 제주도 and combine with 까지 to get 제주도까지. Now, let's go ahead and read through these examples together. Please repeat after me. 여기에서 백화점까지 백화점까지. Now, the second example here, we have 서울에서 제주도까지. Well done. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next grammar point. Now our next grammar point here is 으로. Now, in terms of writing, it's the same 으로 as we saw in the previous lesson, but this one has a slightly different meaning. This one has the meaning of to, as in towards. So it's indicating some kind of direction, like moving towards a direction. So I think this will be clear if you take a look at some examples here. So our first example is 다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. So if you recall, this is what Junsu told the man in the conversation. So what are we saying here? Well, recall we had the four-way intersection, the 사거리, and what's being indicated here? What direction? We have this 오른쪽. So we see that this part is right, and then by saying 으로, it's saying go towards the right. So by adding this 으로, it's kind of adding to or towards. So you can see here, if we look at this back part, 오른쪽으로 가세요, it's saying go to the right or go towards the right. Now let's go ahead and read through the sentence together. Please repeat after me. 다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. Great. Now let's go ahead and take a look at one more example here. Our next example is 이 버스는 대구로 갑니다. Now, if we look at the sentence, you can see that we have a bus, this bus, and it's going somewhere. Where is it going? Right, it's going to Daegu, which is a city in Korea. And by adding this 로 here, it's telling us that this bus is going to Daegu. It's going towards Daegu. So you can see here, by adding this 로, it indicates the direction that something is going towards. Now let's go ahead and read through this sentence together. Please repeat after me. 이 버스는 대구로 갑니다. Excellent. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the details of this grammar point. So, as you can see here, this 우로 is used together with nouns, as you can see here with 오른쪽 and 대구. Now, in the first example here with 오른쪽, you can see that the noun here ends in a consonant. So, in that case, we would use this 우로. So, we'd combine 오른쪽 with 우로 to get 오른쪽으로. Now, what about the second example? We have 대구 here. And as you can see, it does not end in a consonant. It ends in a vowel. So in that case, we would just simply tack on this 로 and combine it with 대구로 to get us 대구로. Now let's go ahead and read through these together. Please repeat after me. 오른쪽, 오른쪽으로. 대구, 대구로. Well done. Now let's go ahead and take another listen to the dialogue for this section.
여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요?
다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요.
사거리에서 멀어요?
아니요. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요.
Now, let's take another look at the dialogue. This time, let's read through it together. Listen and repeat after me. 여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요? 다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. 사거리에서 멀어요? 아니요. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요. Now, let's go through the dialogue again. This time, you read the role of 준수.
여기에서 CUK 백화점까지 어떻게 가요? 사거리에서 멀어요?
Great. Now, let's go through the dialogue once more. This time, you read the role of the man asking for directions.
다음 사거리에서 오른쪽으로 가세요. 아니요. 걸어서 3분쯤 걸려요.
Well done. Now it's time for speaking practice. In this section, we will practice using 에서까지, which we learned a little earlier. Now take a look at the picture and fill in the missing part of the conversation. Now here in this picture, we have two people here who are talking about traveling. Now, as you can see by the map here, the place of departure here is Seoul, and the destination is Busan, which is right here. So then, how would the person on the left ask how to get from Seoul to Busan? Right, she would say, 서울에서 부산까지 어떻게 가요? And as you can see here, 준수 responds, 기차로 가요, or that to go by train. Now, this time, judging from this picture here, where is the point of departure? You can see here, it's her home. Now, where is the destination? It's the school right here, or in Korean, we would say 학교. So, she wishes to leave from home and arrive at school. So, how would she ask how to get from home to school? Right, she would ask, 집에서 학교까지 어떻게 가요? And here you can see 준수 responds by saying 버스로 가요, or to go by bus. Now, let's practice using 으로, which we learned a little earlier. Now here on the left, we have a woman who asks, 여기에서 학교까지 어떻게 가요? Or, how do I get from here to school? Now, where is the school? The school is right here. So you could see that she'd probably have to go to the right. So then here, how would Mrs. Kim respond to go to the right? Right, she would say, 오른쪽으로 가세요. Now this time, the woman on the left asks, 병원은 어느 쪽으로 가요? Or, what direction do I go to get to the hospital? Now, where is the hospital? The hospital is right here. So you could see, where would she have to go? She would just go straight. Now, in Korean, to say go straight, we would say 똑바로. So, how would Mrs. Kim respond to go straight? Right, she would say 똑바로 가세요, or to go straight. Now, this time, the woman asks, 백화점은 어느 쪽으로 가요? Or, which direction do I have to go to get to the department store? So, where is the department store on this map? Right, it's right here. So, from our current location, she would have to go to the left. And as you recall, in Korean, left is 왼쪽. So, how would Mrs. Kim respond? Right, she would say, 왼쪽으로 가세요, or go to the left. Excellent. Now it's time for listening practice. A woman here asks Chunsu for some directions. Where do you suppose she is asking directions for? Also, how do you think she would get there? Listen carefully to their conversation.
여기에서 덕수궁까지 어떻게 가요?
다음 사거리에서 왼쪽으로 가세요.
사거리에서 멀어요?
아니요. 걸어서 5분쯤 걸려요.
Now, were you able to understand the conversation? Let's check your understanding by answering a couple of questions. Now, our first question here, question number 1, asks, 여자는 어디에 가요? Or, where is the woman going? Now, our answer choices here are 경복궁 or 덕수궁. So, do you recall where she's going? Right, she said that she's going to 덕수궁, so the correct answer is the second one here, 덕수궁. Great. Now, our next question, question number 2 asks, 사거리에서 어느 쪽으로 가요? Or, from the intersection, which way does she have to go? Now, our answer choices here are 왼쪽, left, or 오른쪽, right. So, do you remember which direction she would have to go to? Right. She has to go to the left, so the correct answer would be 왼쪽. Excellent. Now it's time for the Vocabulary Plus section. Here, we will look at more words related to directions. Now, our first word here is 건너편. Now, in this picture here, you can see we have Chunsu, and on one side of the street, and he wants to go to this store right here. So, if he wants to go there, he needs to cross the street. Now, where is the store located in respect to him? Right, it is located on the opposite side or across the street. In Korean, we can say 건너편. So, to make a sentence out of that, we could say 건너편에 큰 가게가 있습니다. Or that on the other side of the street, there is a big store. Now, our next word here is 이쪽. Now, the word 이쪽 means this side and refers to a direction that is close to the speaker. So you can see here, we have Chunsu talking with Haejin, who's across the street, and he's pointing to a location nearby him and probably saying 이쪽으로 오세요 or come over here. Now our next word here is 그쪽. Now 그쪽 refers to a direction that is close to the speaker. So as you can see in the picture here, 준수 is probably telling 혜진 그쪽으로 갈까요? Or should I go over there? Now our next word here is 저쪽. Now 저쪽 refers to a direction that is both far from the speaker and listener. So here, as you can see, we have some people here that are across the street, and 혜진 and 준수 are both on the same side of the street, and those people are far from both 준수 and 혜진. So 준수 tells 혜진 저쪽에 있는 사람들은 누구예요? Or who are those people over there? Now our next word here is 동쪽. Now here, as you can see in the picture, we have a compass, and here the E, east, is emphasized here. And in Korean, we would say east by saying 동쪽. So, do you remember from what direction the sun rises? Right, it rises from the east. So in Korean, we could say 동쪽에서 해가 떠요. Now our next word here is 서쪽. Now again, in the picture here, we have a compass, and this time you can see west is highlighted. So as you can guess, west in Korean is 서쪽. Now, in this picture here, we have a school, and here to the west, we have a hospital. Now, we can describe this in Korean by saying 학교의 서쪽에는 병원이 있어요. Or that there is a hospital to the west of the school. Now our next word here is 남쪽. Now as you can see again from the compass, south is highlighted, and as you could guess, south in Korean is 남쪽. Now I could tell you to go south by saying 남쪽으로 가세요. Now our next word here is 북쪽. And again, as you can see from the compass here, north is highlighted, and as you could probably guess, north in Korean is 북쪽. Now, I could tell you to go north by saying 북쪽으로 가세요. Now, let's practice using the words that we just learned by looking at these pictures here. And as you can see, the question asked here is 어느 쪽으로 가요? Or what direction is he going? Now, in our first picture here, pay close attention to, we have a compass here, and which suggests that going up is north. So, what direction is he going? Right, he's going to the north, so we could say 북쪽으로 가요. Now again, we have the same question asked, 어느 쪽으로 가요? So now, the gentleman here, which way is he going now? Again, in the picture there's a compass, which shows us that north is upward, but he's going downward. So what direction is he heading? Right, he's heading south, so we'd say 남쪽으로 가요. Now lastly, in this picture, we have the same question again, 어느 쪽으로 가요? Or which direction is he going? Now again, we have a compass here, which tells us that north is upward. He's going to the left, so that would be which direction? Right, that would be west. So we would say 서쪽으로 가요, or that he's going to the west. Now, let's read through the exercises one more time. Again, the question is 어느 쪽으로 가요? And the first picture here is 북쪽으로 가요. The second picture was 남쪽으로 가요. And lastly, in the third picture we had 서쪽으로 가요. Excellent! Finally, it is time for the Korean culture section. Today, we will explore Korean public transportation. What modes of transportation do you think Korean people use in Korea? Let's take a look and find out.
한국의 지하철. 한국에는 지하철이 있어 시내 어디든지 빠르고 편안하게 갈 수 있습니다. 서울의 지하철은 1호선부터 9호선까지 서로 연결되어 서울의 어느 곳이든 편안하게 갈 수 있습니다. 지하철은 서울 외에 부산, 대구, 대전, 광주와 같은 대도시에서 이용할 수 있습니다.
Now, let's go over what we just learned today. Today's topic was transportation. We learned about vocabulary related to directions and the grammar points 에서까지 and 으로. Finally, in the culture section, we explored the subway in Korea. So, how do you feel? Do you think you can now ask for directions and give directions in Korean? Great! Well, this brings us to the end of this lesson. See you next time!